Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Decorative Survival. So, in the last episode I built this field, and in between episodes I did a bit more tree cutting on this side and hunted some squids and sold their ink sacs to get a few more golden carrots that I'm storing in this shulker box. I got about a stack in that time. And yeah, that's... I think I also bought some lanterns, but I might have used them entirely on lighting up that road. Well, just with lanterns, so that it's a little safer. I probably might consider changing it to lanterns set up on something. But right now I've left it as just plain lanterns. So, since I built a wheat field in the last episode, there should probably be somewhere to grind the wheat. So, I've decided that I probably want to build a water wheel, considering this is so close to a river. And since this section is a little more hilly over here, I was thinking of doing it around about here, probably extending a little bit into the river as well. So I'm going to probably get into a time lapse of me building the water wheel here, and yeah, then I will be right back. Alright, so I decided to make the water wheel in this style of just a normal building, like all of the houses in the village and shops and things. I decided to make it 3 sections with an extended bit for the water wheel, kind of to make it so that it wasn't sheltered from the by the house as much, and also because if the water wheel is quite large, and so if it was touching the spruce of the house, it kind of wouldn't look right. So I decided to extend it by a block, which I think I'm building the water wheel about now. Alright, so I am back, and this is, this is the kind of house, I guess, that contains the water wheel, except it's not really a house. It's got some area on the downstairs with a little grinding thing, and upstairs it's just got wheat, and in the attic, as usual, there is nothing. So that's kind of it. I'm probably going to build an actual house, and this will probably just be a water wheel. Anyway, probably the thing I would like to do next is another field. And I'm thinking probably the next flattest piece of ground is probably on this side, kind of going to here, and then going up this slope. So that's what I am planning on doing. So yeah, I'm going to get into a time lapse of that, and then I will be right back. Alright, so this field has actually in some places quite a tall wall around it, even though it's kind of meant to only be 1.5 blocks in some places. Right at the back I think it might almost reach up to 3, and that's because this is on quite a steep slope, and so I don't want mobs jumping over it. So probably the back section of that wall is 1.5 blocks high, and in some places it's also 2, and that's so that the mobs can't jump over the wall. Alright, so I am back, and you might have noticed in the time lapse that I actually didn't remember to completely finish the house's roof, and I actually didn't notice that. So I've done that now, And of course I have also built a field. Now this field is way smaller than that field, and that's because it kind of gets rather steep here, and then it does flatten out again, but without some terraforming, which I'm not planning on doing in this episode, this field would kind of become very steep, and I don't really like the sound of that. So I am considering potentially expanding it this way a little bit. However, that would make it more square, and I kind of like these more rectangular fields. So yeah, and I also don't want to extend it this way because I would like a little bit of open area between the wall and the fields. So I had to farm up some wheat from this field to place in that field, but didn't actually need all the hay bales, so I added some extras in here to the mill. That I think I might have also added some extra ones to here. Yeah, I think I added these. The attic is still empty, but now quite a few of these attics have windows in them. However, I don't believe this house has any windows in its attic, and it's rather dark. So I was thinking of putting in a little window here. So yeah, I'm planning on doing that. Alright, so I just built this, and this was way too short for a time lapse. So this uses tough because it's the edge of a roof, and also I noticed there were some candles inside, but candles are pretty expensive, and they were just there lighting the attic in somebody's house. The attic that is completely empty, so I decided to remove them. And yeah, I've added, I think that's a nice addition to a house, to add a little bit of extra personality, I guess. And yeah, that's going to wrap up this episode. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Yeah, goodbye.